This is our Briggs & Stratton generator. We've had it for about 20 years. When it's running, it's much further away from the house, but we have that yellow cord plugged into the 240 volt outlet. It runs over and plugs in to this item here, which is right behind the electric meter. It's called a GenerLink. Plugs in right here, and made by Global Power Products. And using this rig, we're able to power any circuit on the farm, and that's what's distinctive about it. Most hookups, you have a sub panel and you have to pick your 6 critical loads, but we've got so many loads that have to be powered at some time that using the GenerLink makes it much more usable. Now, the thing that we haven't ever had is a way of telling how much power we're using. Now, some generators come with watt meters, but they're usually combined watt meters. They have the total watt meter, the total watt output. And what we really want is the watts on each leg of the 240 volts. So each 120 volt leg. And that's what we're going to be working on today. This is what the double leg watt meter looks like, all assembled. These are the parts that went into it. And now we'll go back and I'll show putting it together. This video is about assembling a Reliance Meter Box 30. This is basically how it comes out of the box. All I've done so far is mount the cables into the base, drilled a couple of holes. When you pop the meters out of the plastic box, this is what they look like on the face. And this is what they look like through the side. There's 2 of them. What's different about these is they don't have a power supply coming to them. Many of the digital meter boxes that I've seen, you hook them up to 120 volt, but these are self-powered by the electromagnetic field that's around each wire. These are the pickups for the electromagnetic field. It's a solid circle, about 5/16 hole through the center, and there's 2 of them. And you have to cut the wire in this case. You wouldn't have to necessarily, but with this box, you have to cut the wire. And this is where I am so far. The long wires would be the ones coming out of the generator, and these would be the ones that heading off towards the house. And I'm going to put this with plugs on each end, so you go from generator to this box, and then to the cord that goes over to the connector for the house. Okay, this is the white connector. I've got it finger tight. And I'm using these split bolt connectors. And see if we can get this just to the right tension. There it goes. Okay, 9 Newton meters, or 80 inch-pounds. I'm going to use this rubber splicing tape. No instructions on it at all. If you've never used something like this, you have to get the pink part off of the black part, like this. I don't know whether this is showing up in the video. You get a piece of it, but you're supposed to stretch it, and the chemical composition of it it sticks to itself. And when I get done, it should be watertight. Of course, the box is supposed to be watertight also. Okay, that's the first piece. We'll take another chunk of this stuff. And this time we'll go the other direction. Okay. And I think that'll be fine. I'm not really expecting it to be waterproof, but I just want to make sure that with all these wire connectors, and unlike a wire nut, these split bolts don't have any, they're certainly not insulated. They're kind of the opposite of insulated. Okay, I think that's pretty well insulated and protected. I want them all to be to the point where they can all rest against each other and I don't have to worry about that aspect of it. Okay, moving along, we're up to black, done the other ones, all wrapped. Don't know whether there's a right side to this, but I'm going to have them both facing the same way with the printing on the same side. And then the split bolt. It's kind of tricky getting the wires in through the split bolt without having wires miss the opening, but this has worked pretty well. Okay, that's in. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's just about the point where you think, gee, I better hold this in a vise instead. Okay, so get this one wrapped and then see how it'll tuck in. I made the black and the red longer. I figured they might be up under this thing, but we'll see. Okay. Well, how hard is this going to be? Is it going to be easy or not? Okay, maybe I just didn't push down enough. Let's try this. We're going to try and get everything up and under this thing. Oh, well, okay. So now we've got the red and the black sort of tucked up where I'd like them. And we'll just put these two back here. That's it. The test of the meters worked very well. This is where I got the materials that I used in this project.